Hello, my name is Alauna and welcome to day 28 of 28 days of self-love yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for this challenge. I had a lot of fun creating it, but I am excited to go back to posting like other things, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Also, if you enjoy this flow today, there is a flow just like it in my Zoom classes, linked down below, and be sure to use code YouTube for 50% off your first class. P.S. That's like $2.50 for a yoga class. Like, do it. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a sun salutations plus growth, with the idea being, the first video was intro to sun salutation, and now we're going to be taking that and turning it into a flow, kind of like we did in day 24. But I'm gonna just shut up and start flowing. I haven't planned this one, I planned everything else. If you want a video about how I planned this, let me know. I would love to do that. But that means, hey future Alauna, do we need any props?
One block is optional, but not required.
Alright, let's get started. Standing at the top of your mat, placing the feet hip-width distance apart, placing your arms at your sides, shining the palms forward, lifting the heart, standing up nice and tall as if you were being pulled up through the crown of your head. Maybe closing down the eyes and taking a deep inhale in. And exhale, sigh it all out. Good, again. Good. On your next inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant both hands on the mat and step the left toes back, coming into a high lunge with the right knee forward, left leg back. You can always lower the knee here, the left knee, if that makes this more accessible to you. But inhale, reach both arms up and overhead, coming into high lunge, keeping the right knee over the ankle, and inhaling to lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale to bend into the elbows. Inhale to lift arms up and overhead and straighten through the front knee. If you're standing, we're coming into a modified pyramid pose, hinging at the hips, bringing the hands to the shins, keeping the back heel lifted, maybe lowering the hands to frame the foot. And if you're on your knee, just rock back onto that heel. And you can stay here and do the next variation from that pose as well. Either way, allowing the neck to release here, letting go of any tension that might be in the neck and the shoulders. From here, plant the left fingertips on the mat and reach the right hand up towards the ceiling, pulling the right hip back into its socket, either in modified revolved pyramid or modified revolved hamstring stretch. Does this pose have a name? Comment below. Exhale, release the right hand down and bend into the right knee, planting the fingertips in front of the right foot, lifting the left heel up towards the ceiling in a standing splits. You can keep a micro bend in the right knee if that helps you maintain your balance. And exhale, release the left foot back, down beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant both hands, step both feet back, coming into a plank. You can either lower the knees or stay lifted, but either way, moving through the first vinyasa of class. Inhale, shift the weight forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, keeping the knees lifted up off of the mat. And exhale back, downward facing. Feel free to take any variation of the vinyasa, cobra, baby cobra, whatever you need. Inhale, look between the hands, step both feet there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to roll up to standing, arms by your sides. Exhale, settle in. Second side. Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant both hands and step just the right toes back, maybe lowering the right knee down to the mat. Keeping the left knee over the ankle as you inhale to rise, arms overhead. Inhale to lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, bend into the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale to straighten through the left knee, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward into a modified pyramid, or rocking back onto the heel if you're down on the right knee for a hamstring stretch. From here, plant the right hand, reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, pulling the left hip back into its socket. Exhale to release. Walk the hands forward, bend into the left knee, and lift the right foot up off the mat towards the ceiling. Then exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant both hands, step both feet back, and vinyasa, taking any variation that you would like to get to downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands, step both feet there, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, reaching arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant the hands and step just the left toes back, coming into low or high lunge, whichever variation you choose. Inhale to reach the arms up and overhead, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale to bend into the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, straighten the right knee, reach the arms up and overhead. And exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward, bringing the hands to the shin or down to frame the foot, or rocking back onto the heel in the hamstring stretch on your left knee. Plant the left hand, reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to release. Walk the hands forward, bend into the right knee, and hover the left foot up off of the mat. And exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant both hands, step both feet back, coming into a plank and vinyasa. Moving with your breath, slow and controlled. Meeting. Inhale, look between the hands, step both feet there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Last round. Plant both hands and step the right toes back, keeping the left knee stacked over the left ankle, maybe lowering the right knee to the mat, or staying up in high lunge Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus into the arms. Inhale, straighten through the left knee, reaching the arms up and overhead. And exhale, hinge at the hips, bringing hands to shin or to frame the foot. Ground down through the right hand. Inhale, reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. Bend into the left knee, walk the hands forward, and lift the right foot up off of the mat. Inhale. And exhale, release. Forward fold. Go ahead and grab onto the elbows here, maybe swaying from side to side. We'll only do that flow twice. From here, release the hands down to the mat and heel toe your feet out wide, angling your toes out, heels in. Begin to lower the hips down, bringing hands to heart center. Malasana squat. Then release the hands behind you and lower down into a seat. Extend both legs out long and slowly roll down onto your back. From here, if you have a block, go ahead and take it. If not, you can do this without the block. The block just adds a little bit of a different stretch. So on the lowest height is usually what feels best for me. You can play around with your block, but just bring it underneath the sacrum, kind of like we do in supported bridge. But this time extend the left leg long and hug the right knee into the chest. Keeping both shoulders flat on the mat. Breathing into the hips here. Slowing down the breath. Slowly release the right leg long and hug the left knee into the chest, switching sides. Maybe noticing how this side feels the same or different compared to the last. And slowly release. Bring both feet in towards the hips so that you can just barely touch the heels with your fingertips. And then you can either keep the block as it is or lift the block up, coming into a supported bridge pose. If you don't have a block, you can just do bridge pose. Finding a little bit more engagement through the legs. We won't be here long. Final pose of class. Maybe taking any other movements that might feel good in your body. In supported bridge or not. This is just my favorite pose. I had to end this challenge with this. From here, remove the block from underneath your hips and hug both knees in towards the chest. One last time. And you can draw the forehead in towards the knees, really wrapping your arms around your shins and giving yourself a hug. Thanking yourself for 28 days of self-love yoga. Take one deep inhale in here. And exhale, release everything. Sigh out the mouth. Extending the legs out long. Resting the arms at your sides. And coming into stillness. Our final few moments of practice. focusing on nothing other than your breath. Every inhale and exhale, noticing if it's gotten easier to focus inward on your breath in Shavasana over the last 28 days. The mind is always cluttered with thoughts. It's just a matter of observing the thought and then just letting it go, not dwelling on it, not thinking about it, just thinking it, then letting it go. Internally repeating the affirmation for today. I love the person I am becoming. I love the person that I am becoming. Slowly bring some movement back to the hands and the feet. Maybe reach the hands overhead for one full body stretch before bending into the knees and rolling over onto your favorite side. Keeping the eyes closed and slowly pressing up into a seat. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Placing your hands on your knees or bringing hands through heart center. 3 final grounding breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In 3, 2, 1. Slightly dipping the chin and thanking yourself for showing up for yourself 28 days in a row. Slowly blinking the eyes back open. Namaste. Thank you all so much for doing this challenge with me. I am grateful to each and every one of you. And be sure to check out my Zoom classes. They started yesterday. If you didn't know, they started yesterday. But be sure to check out my Zoom classes. I have a wide variety of styles, but the class like today's is one of them. So if you're interested, link is in the description. And I hope to see you again in my next creative video. Bye guys.